All right, great to be 1-0 in American Athletic Conference play. After the last 2 weeks and, a couple of, heartbreaking losses when we had the lead and had chances to win against really good teams, it's great to see some of the things we saw tonight. And listen, we all know that there's things we got to clean up. We all know that we made some mistakes that left them in the ball game at times, but I'm particularly pleased about some of the things that we did to take command of the game and to win it. For starters, family weekend, attendance right at 42,000. I just really appreciate our fan base for showing up. Students, the Boneyard was packed again this week. It just means so much. We had a lot of recruits here tonight, and I just left the locker room talking to several of them and them commenting on just the energy in the stadium. It is unbelievable what a huge impact that is on our recruiting. So I just really appreciate the students and the fans and the way they support us. But you're down, 13-3, getting ready to go into the half. What a great drive. 8 plays, 75 yards. Jake sticking it in to put it to 13-10 going into the half, give us some momentum. Then come out of the locker room in the second half, get a 3 and out, get the ball back, and then, Winston Wright with the big broken tackle pass play to get us in the end zone and get the lead. And just, really pleased with that sequence of events right there. That's what we haven't seen, and we talked about it, yesterday, and we talked about it before we came to the stadium today. Don't flinch. We've hung our heads when things kind of didn't go our way the last couple of weeks and let the other team take the momentum. And we've talked just a lot about those are the times when you got to just stick together. You got to do your job, play the next play, and it's easy to sit here and say that, and it's very cliche-ish. But when you're out there on the field and the other team's stealing the momentum from you, it's really, really hard. But I thought we grew up tonight and did a great job there in the second half outside of one missed tackle. We did a great job there in the second half of just controlling the ball game.
Coach, you alluded to it a little bit, but after the last 2 weeks, the conference next 2 games on the road, is this kind of a tipping point for the season?
We'll see. It could be. I've been doing this a long time, and I've had a lot of seasons. And most of the time, you look back at when you have a really special season. Most of the time, you look back at one game, and you say, you know what? That's when it turned. That was the real game right there that got things going in the other direction. We'll see if this is. The most important game now is the one next Saturday down in Charlotte. So, we got to, enjoy this one tonight. We'll clean up some stuff tomorrow on film, and then we got to get ready for a tough road game next week.
You had consistency in the kicking game. You could talk about that.
I really felt like our specialists did a really good job tonight. Luke Larson, again, had another strong night. What a great punt there at the end to pin UTSA deep on the 1 yard line. And Noah Perez, he was good in practice all week. Did a great job tonight. I don't know what he ended up, but he didn't miss a kick. And there wasn't one bigger than that last one that gave us the 10-point lead.
Was Andrew banged up?
He's a little banged up. We've got confidence in Noah. I think in the last month he's missed one kick in practice. So, he's been trending in the right direction. So we got a lot of confidence in him and Everett.
Was there any interaction with the 99 team?
Yeah, Pernell Griffin, he came and spoke to the team last night. Of course, Shank spent a lot of time with that group. He's been organizing this since last spring, and I told the team the story of that season, and then Pernell just being there and just sharing with him. First, he looks like he can still play. Now my linebackers aren't near that big, so I don't know what they were feeding him back in the day, but it was great just having him with us. It was great having the 99 team in the stadium. I think Coach Logan was here also, so it's great to have them back. Our alumni are very important to us.
Obviously, the offense has the second, third quarter, and then kind of quiet in the fourth quarter. Just the defense down the stretch coming through. What can you say about those guys?
It's huge. I thought really you took the fight out of them in the third and fourth quarter. Sometimes you don't feel real comfortable. Again, I wish we hadn't given up the long run on 4th and 1. We should have. Blake made the perfect call. The ball bounced sideways. The kid should have been dead. We can't make that mistake on the edge ever. But other than that play, you're sitting there a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter, and you were very comfortable. And when was the last time you felt like that? So I thought the kids showed a lot of composure. Thought we did a great job up front generating pass rush with a lot of times just a 3-man rush. Thought our DBs played very composed in the secondary. And I think especially, you're a week and a half from losing Siobhan. So I thought that Lamp and D. Nash did a really good job there. We gave up, I think, two explosive pass plays tonight that I can think of right now. But really after that, we did a really good job.
Coach, all week you've been talking about kind of finding that killer mentality with your team in the late moments. Tonight, what were you kind of telling your guys in the third, fourth quarter to try to rally them and finish?
Well, the big thing is just stay aggressive. I thought we were playing very well. We had the momentum. You certainly don't change what you're doing right there. So just try to stay aggressive.
Coach, you mentioned all week and preached the word finish. How well did this win exemplify that?
Pretty good. Again, we don't give up the long touchdown run. I'm sitting here feeling fantastic about it. The coach in me is pissed off about that, but it's a good win at home. To win the home opener against what preseason was considered one of the better teams in our league. Obviously, you saw some of their talent out there tonight. It's a solid win, and so you're excited about it. Now I'll see if we can stack another one on top of it.
Coach, I think we'd all agree that there's always going to be mistakes that can be fixed. However,
No doubt.
Really felt like a full team win.
Yeah.
Your quarterback was responsible for 2 touchdowns through the air, 1 on the ground. Your defense came up with multiple turnovers. Your kicker was perfect, 6 for 6 on the day. Luke Larson with a perfect pin down punt to end the game. What was the energy like in that locker room, knowing that the whole locker room continued and that this is the kind of team that we could be going forward?
The energy was fantastic, and we talked about that sequence I just laid out for you guys and just the character it shows. But they stuck together. We made some mistakes when you could have some things unravel on you, but they stuck together. I thought we had just incredible energy on the sideline all night. I'm sure you could see it. The passion and intensity that we play with, I love, and we gotta find a way to have that every week. We're such a better team when we have that kind of energy. But it was a complete game. I'm telling you, special teams, the improvement in special teams this year over last year, it's just so just blatantly obvious to me. Now I watch everything. I watch the little blocks and I watch the intricate stuff, not just the kicks. But I'm very, very pleased with the job that those guys are doing.
Coach, with Jake right now, obviously we see the great plays with the turnovers. Where are you guys kind of at with that? Just trying to still get that ironed out. Well,
the first pick, the ex-receiver should have kept going and should have occupied the corner, so he shouldn't have been there. It's a touchdown. So we got to get that corrected. The second one, Jake's got to throw it on time. I don't know why he was late. It should have been an easy throw to start the series, and he was just a little late on it. It's the quarterback gets the blame. I've told Jake that, and I've told Holt Nailers that. When things go great, you get probably more credit than you deserve, and when things don't, you get most of the blame. And it's not always fair. But you know what? He can handle it. He's a tough, mature kid who has a winner mentality. And he's not perfect. He's going to make mistakes, but he's getting better every week. I thought he played better tonight than he did last week, and he's got to continue to improve. But he's a good one.
With Zakai, he got banged up, and obviously Damon Wilson, I thought played some pretty big minutes.
I thought Damon played really well. I thought DJ Johnson played well. I thought Julian Davis played well. That's the most those kids have played all year. Jamarion McCrimmon on the offensive line. We're trying to play some more younger guys and get more guys in rotation to stay fresh, and I think you're seeing those guys step up. Zakai's fine. I would expect him to be back next week, but it was great to see those guys step up and play really well in a tight ball game.
What do you think it says about that group that time and again they were asked to step up in the fourth quarter and they kept delivering?
Well, it's a veteran group, and if you're gonna call yourselves, They like to say that they're the best defense in this league. So if you're going to call yourself that, you got to step up. They have a lot of confidence. Those guys have played a lot of snaps. I think probably some of those young guys gained more confidence in themselves tonight, which is only going to help us.
One more question.
Just had a non-football question for you. I know you spent a lot of time, obviously, on the western side of the state. How much has everything that's been happening there over the last 2 to 3 days been on your mind?
Well, I was Amanda and I were in Asheville in 2004 when you had a similar situation. This one's much worse, but you had a lot of deaths. In my hometown of Franklin, you had a major landslide that killed a lot of residents, and you feel for the people in Chimney Rock and Boone and Asheville. Mom's fine. And my sister's fine. They don't have power or anything right now, but they're safe. And I just know that there's a lot of families that aren't safe, and your thoughts and prayers are with them. It's a horrible tragedy, and there's nothing more scary than water, and because you can't control it. So you hope as many get through this as possible, and that, there's as few fatalities as possible.
Coach, thank you for everything.
Thanks.